Well, howdy ho, my diddly viewers. What's going on, guys? I'm gonna pick up the work on that thing now. And you guys remember the little Dirty Done excursion that I promised to take? Well, I took it today. And basically I have like good news and I have bad news. Good news is that the excursion was a success. The bad news is that the excursion was a success. So either way I'm kinda screwed, but yeah, I'm not gonna dive into that topic right now. That's a whole nother ball game. Right now let's continue to focus on the pad over there with the bit. And first things first, I think I'm gonna start filling in this side now. I'm gonna try to put as much fill material here as I can, so I will need to make so much mix. I'm gonna start off by putting that stuff on the bottom, and then I have a couple of larger pieces over there and try to fit them into the situation as well. Now, while I was doing the excursion, I was driving by a bunch of Home Depots, and I figured I'm gonna grab something while I'm already on the road. So got a bit of that mesh plus some cement, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I need to go buy more and more and a lot more. But you know, I think this project is gonna be pretty good overall. I mean, I'm really gonna like this pad once it's finished. It's gonna serve a lot of my different purposes, basically. So I'm gonna go change out of people's clothes and get to work. That should be a pretty good amount to start off the project. Now for this project I'm not gonna order the cement up front. Basically I don't want to have any leftovers over the winter. That will get ruined anyway. So I'm just gonna buy what I need and try to use it all up nicely. Because after this project I'm not really planning any big concrete pours, or really rather nothing for this year. So I don't want to have leftovers. Now as for the rebar, I ended up buying the same stuff I usually do. That's 5mm, but I wanted to get something thicker for the sides. I was looking to get 8 or 10mm, but they were fresh out of stock. I guess I'm not the only clown building a grease pit. Maybe that stuff is fine, I'm not really sure. We'll see. Or maybe I will go buy. Well, they told me it's gonna be restocked in a couple of days, so maybe I'm just gonna go back. I'm gonna try to fit these two in there. Then I can get rid of them. Get it through your thick head. This is sort of like playing Operation. Only that there's no buzzard sound. I removed that, disabled it. But if you mess up, then it still hurts. No buzzard sound required. This is the worst material ever created. Dude, it sticks to everything. What? What do you mean she said I'm late? No one's ever late. Look at that, guys. Oh! Maybe it will add more strength. Why am I always out of rock when I need them the most? Go then! Escape! Be with your rocks! It's too bad that you can't order rocks from demo. Could order like an entire collection of inflatable rocks. We would get a lot of volume out of that. I mean, I could definitely fit like a couple of boulders here as well. I'm not really sure if I want to put anything on the side though. I still need to install that rebar there, and the rocks are probably gonna get in the way. Maybe if I like fill it halfway, because if I put rocks down there, then the rocks are gonna stop the flow from reaching the bottom, I guess, and then the inside wall will look like, or it's gonna have like a bunch of holes in it, so that's not good. Maybe if I fill it like a little bit, then we could add later. Going out though, I would need to go rock hunting. You guys remember the bile which I went at the start of the summer? Well, the bile is still there. I think the guy even built it bigger. So if we desperately need rocks, we can go on that rock rescue mission again. At least until the new blue doesn't crap out on us again. But no, honestly, I think maybe we don't even need anything else. We just kind of install the rebar and start massively making mixes. It's probably gonna take several days to accomplish that. Yeah, probably. Let's try to rebar this thing up. I'm gonna hammer in some pylons on the side as well. Just kind of want to make sure that the wall is secure. Yeah, it's getting really cold now. Stupid weather. Plus my zipper broke. For no reason. It's just the worst day of my life. Maybe we can fix this thing up. That kind of looks odd. I swear, guys, it's very cold right now. It's not my fault. Look at that, man. What problem? Anspant zipper repairman. Quality fix. And you would think that they escorted me out of university when I was demanding for my engineering papers. They're lost, man. They're lost. I don't need their papers. No, guys, I did not hit the cable. I was very close though. Didn't even notice. Cable right there. Right in the middle. Whoops. No. Äkki teiselt poolt lööme. I mean, maybe on the other side we'll get a bit more lucky. So what do you think, guys? Will that help? No, that will definitely not help. But the pipes, no, well, they will help definitely. They will secure the concrete or the footing a bit, deeper, or it will secure it a bit better. But technically, I think it's not going to make any difference. And once I bore everything, then I don't think it's ever going to go anywhere. Now I'm going to bore the outside first, and then later I have to do the insides, install that pipe, put the floor down. So that will, the floor itself will secure both the walls from caving inwards. So that's actually the floor inside is the most important part. But I think that will also have some points somewhere. Bunch of fashion points, but points nonetheless. I'm gonna add something on the side wall as well. Got a bit of leftover chunk. Hello, Mars, send me aid. I don't know why I'm even bothering, bro. The freaking floor here is just... There's like a little bit of dirt and then there's the steel plate that keeps going forever. Man, whatever. I think that edge is indestructible anyway. Plus I have limited supply of this stuff. I figured I'm gonna only add it here, where the drive on is gonna be at. This edge is actually quite important. Now that edge is not that important because I'm not gonna build like a ramp there. That's just gonna remain like a stupid edge, and I'm not gonna drive any monster trucks up it. But this edge actually kind of important because this is the area I'm gonna start driving on the bed. And the moment wheels go from dirt to concrete, then it's gonna push down on the concrete, and it would be a good idea to have like a lot of posts on this edge, because these posts will help to carry the load deeper, you know, less chance of concrete breaking up or something like that. Sadly, I'm kind of out of posts right now. Maybe I can do have a lot of boxes over there. I could get like two posts from one box. Maybe I have something. I need that. I've got some asbestos pipe here. Definitely don't need that. Carefully set that sucker over there and forget about it. Nothing fancy here. We have a bunch of stainless steel and aluminium, but that's kind of good material. Too bad we can't fit that into the concrete mix. You guys remember that one? Yeah. I don't know. I have absolutely no interest tinkering with that thing, but maybe one day. Technically we could kind of like cut that up, could get a lot of different bars, but that's a lot of work. We do have a lot of steel here as well. Oh yeah. Let's put them in there. Hammer those in with the excavator, bro. Such a pylon, look at that. Pretty sure I don't need them, plus they're kind of bent pretty badly. Scrap steel basically. Definitely don't need that. mean, who even wants bent steel anyway, right? Okay, I think this ledge is secure enough. Now I'm gonna go look around. Maybe I can hijack like a nice little boulder for this spot. Got like a stupid void there right now. It would nicely fit one, maybe even two. Actually guys, in that spot it has a lot of boulders like that, all sizes. There used to be a building there very long time ago, but right now there's just like a pile of rocks remaining. I assume the building was partially or fully made out of rocks. So we got like a rock mountain over there. Maybe a bit big though. Maybe it's not gonna fit. Heavy. Heavy. Great. Bye. Anyone want some hair? I'll email it to you. You know, I'm afraid that it's a bit too big. And if I drop it down there and it's gonna be too big, then it's gonna be impossible to remove it without messing anything up. Whatever, let's try. Should fit now. Now that's what I call a blaying operation. Man, holy shit. Look at that. Look at that. That's where's my engineering degree, man? I need more than one. I'm gonna go try to find one more, maybe two, but smaller. Still got... Be quiet, I'm trying to work here. Look at that. I need to go buy more zip ties. Pedet siin kinni omavahel on nagu mingid munnid. That's some fine calculations over there. No, I'm pretty happy about this area now. Maybe like something there, but you know, that area is very empty. I would really like to put like another row of rocks here as well, but you know, if I do, then that bank will collapse, or maybe the rocks will push the formworks in or something like that. Now if I set the rebar down, then I can't put any rocks here later. So I'm thinking maybe let's ignore the rebar. I mean the horizontal pieces. Now I still need to install the vertical pieces, but let's ignore the horizontal rebar, bore the bottom maybe up to like the ground level, and then set a new row of rocks here. Then put the rebar, final rebar plus the lighthouses. Finish that side. Do the same on this side. Rebar everything and finish the bore. Makes sense, right? I think that's actually a pretty solid plan. Basically, now I can just kind of skip everything right now and set up the mixing station. I'm also gonna call up my sand guy, and I need a couple of deliveries. Maybe he can do it today. Would be great. Okay, so the guy told me that maybe today, maybe tomorrow. But I can still start off. I do have a little bit of sand left from the last project. Just need to set up my little mixing station quickly. Finally, I need this guy. Woo! If you guys need to take a beat break, then this is the optimal time. So go do that. Oh, by the way, to clear the field a bit, Super Sis did not get a new car. Yeah, she still has the Pimp Mobile. I mean the Kink Mobile, yeah. She still has that one. It's just in the shop, and This is like a replacement vehicle that she got. Now I just wanted to clear that up. Probably would have caused a lot of confusion. Holy hell, man! That's not cement anymore. This is not how cement is supposed to be. These are just blocks. Now if they don't work, I'm just gonna throw them in the mix anyway. And luckily the other pallet that I have, it was fully plastic wrapped in, so that's good. Just the ones without plastic are pretty hard. I should still be able to use it up. I mean that's pretty okay. I mean that's fine. Then yeah, that's pretty okay. No, I adjusted the speed on the lottery mixer a bit. The thing almost goes at the speed of light, so it should nicely break the chunks down, right? But anyway, guys, welcome to my office. Look at that. Like a Manhattan office. Straight view to the street. It's actually much better. There's no traffic anywhere. No, that's too long. Yeah. No, that thing can almost reach the moon. So I need something shorter. I'm quickly gonna make something shorter. Oh crap. Panid kivi ääre panid?
Jah, ma ei näinud, kurat päike paistab nii seda ära, et ma mõtlen, et tulen korraga kurat.
Aga pane siia samme. Dude, I flattened my wall. Look at that. Drove over my wall. He told me that sun shined in his eye and you couldn't see anything. He's gonna bring one more load and let's fix it up then. Luckily it's not really hard to mend that, but still waste of time. all fixed up now. Even got some spare parts apparently. Spare parts, I love them. By the way guys, do tell, is it illegal if I put landmines inside my walls? I don't know. I'm just asking for research purposes. I just want to know how high the rocks will fly, and once the mine is triggered. Research purposes, guys. Do let me know. I don't have my bombing degree yet, but I'm working on it. But you know, anyway, it's not really hard to repair that thing. Plus, there's no like damage in value. You just kind of stack the rocks back. Now, if I had like a retaining wall made out of blocks, now first it might screw up the guy's tires. You know, those are not cheap, I'm guessing. Plus, if the wall got damaged, the proper block wall, then that would take a lot of time and probably a little bit of money to repair. But you know, this is pretty easy to patch up. Yeah, I couldn't bother to go shopping again, so I'm just gonna use this. Okay guys, yeah, I'm gonna pick this up tomorrow. My date should be here any moment now. I have to go deal with that, but yeah, for you guys, be back tomorrow. Okay, phase 1 of the massive pork chop is finished. But don't worry, guys. Luckily, we have many more phases. You know, personally, I don't mind this work at all. I don't know. It's relaxing, and you know, I can listen to some music. Plus, got the sun outside over there. Not too cold. You know, actually, yeah, I like this work a lot more than like interior work, for example. When I was doing the workshop, woodworking workshop, interior walls, bunch of framing and painting and crap like that. You know, that's just too boring for me. I don't know. Not a fan of that work. This seems a lot more fun. But let's go grab some rocks, and I want to fill the void on this side now. surprisingly the tunnel still looks relatively straight. Although I think I've kind of pushed it a bit that way now. Oh yeah, I've definitely pushed it a bit that way. It's very minimal. Maybe it's fine. Whoops! Shit! I don't think I can really straighten it anymore. You know, there's clearly visible bend in this wall. Surprisingly though, this wall is straight. I can get that. How can one wall be straight, the other wall be bent? Maybe I can, you know, once I do that side, maybe I can push that wall inwards a bit, so both of them would be straight. It's kind of weird though, because this is totally straight, but this clear bend. I'm not sure if you can see it in the video, but it's just to my eyes, it looks like that. And I did some damage here as well. I didn't even notice. Look at that. In this situation. Wow. I'm really good at messing everything up. Yeah, that's a lot better now. I guess that fixed the problem. Pretty straight again now. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think I'm gonna leave the jacks there while I board that side. Provide some extra support. Yeah, I'm gonna go get another bucket of rocks a bit here, and then we can rebar everything, finish this side. A rack. Another rack. Ooh. Okay guys, let's make some soup. Now by soup I mean I'm literally gonna make soup, at least until I'm sure that the soup has leaked as deep as it can go. Because if I make like thick mix, dump it on top, then none of that will reach the bottom. It will have a bunch of voids down there, so I'm gonna soup it up first. The thing just keeps disappearing somewhere. That's extremely good. What is that? Stop ruining the view, stupid concrete. I mean soup. Sorry, that's not concrete. Oh, there's the thing. But that's actually pretty good, because if it's leaking here, then that bottom has to be filled already, right? If it's already leaking past it. I'm just gonna keep dumping until something fills up. Look at that guy. Supermom picked me some rock. How nice of her. Man, stupid me. Almost forgot. Well, I kinda did. I was supposed to add some bolts as well, you know, to connect the two pads together a bit better. Improve the gold joint a bit. Completely forgot. I was supposed to do it long before, you know, before I installed the rocks, man. Now I can install them down there. I'm just gonna add a little bit more up here. A little bit more up here. Oh man, good thing I suddenly remembered that. What do you think, guys? Will this help bonding the two pieces together? You know, if I don't add anything, then there's gonna be like a gold joint between the two pads, and it's probably gonna crack up with time because the two different pads will probably move differently. Not by much, but still. Maybe it will help, maybe it will not do anything, but I think it's still worth doing. At least it kind of looks good, right? Oh! Hopefully I didn't forget about anything else. But anyway, let's continue with the mission. Ta-da! Look at that, guys. The first point 0.4 phase finished. Holy hell, this is gonna take forever. Yeah. No, I have to continue on from here some other time. No, I want to finish that side first. But that's progress, I guess. Something's finished. No, I don't really like the sand that the guy actually delivered this time. It's not very good. It's basically like beach sand. It's very fine. There's almost no rock in it whatsoever. Usually when the guy delivers me sand, it's like completely filled with rocks like this. But you know, this is just so super fine. Super fine sand. It's basically like sand castle sand. See, it's not the best. It's basically like quicksand. It settles very fast, and you Play-Doh, yeah, basically like Play-Doh once you mix it up. You know, the mixer doesn't really like it as well, because you can't really put a lot of that stuff into the mixer, because the mixer won't be able to mix, it will just stall. I guess one positive thing about it is that you can get the surface pretty smooth. There's like nothing but smoothness there. Also, it occasionally has these things inside the sand. Very nice. But anyway, guys, I'm just gonna continue. Yeah, let's just keep carrying on. Progress, that's what matters. A little bit of progress here, a little bit of progress there, and eventually you're gonna rage quit and order the concrete truck. But not me. I think my sock is leaking. My toes are wet for some reason. But dude, progress! Look at that. Another 2 sections finished. Very good. No, guys, I have to keep the camera low now. You know, the hole in my pants. It's about as wide as the Grand Canyon right now. So, yeah. Joppenbo. No, I'm still not bored, but I'm getting there. Now, I'm gonna try to fill that cup up somewhat as well, you know, before my sunlight subscription runs out. Be right back. I gotta go buy new pants. I got some bad news, guys. The 24/7 cement bending machine was just fresh out of pants. Couldn't get any. Plus, look at my shoes, bro. Dude. Super sister is not gonna like that. But in other news. What is that? Look at that. I thought it had chrome on it. I guess not. I'm gonna go try to find some pants. Anyway, guys, I would say that maybe like 50% of the boring job is finished. You know, we definitely have more volume on this side that we're gonna get on that side. But you know, the area on this side is bigger, so maybe it's just kind of equals out. I'm guessing about 50% is finished at this point. So you know, we're gonna take a little pause from the boring, and I'm gonna prepare this side now so we can also do the boring job here. Can't wait for that bit. Well, at least we don't have any holes in this pants, right? No. Never mind. I'm not sure about this jack though. Maybe I need to leave it on at least until I fill it like halfway. It kind of depends how much this thing springs back. The last time it sprung back pretty much. It went from there, somewhere there. I'm not sure, maybe something changed now. You know, I'm kind of skeptical about this side though. You know, on that side I have that nice thick wall, about 70 centimeters of soup and other stuff. So I'm pretty sure that that's not gonna go anywhere, even if I try Joseph on it. Where's the thing? But this side, wish I just kind of dug a bit wider, you know. Right now you can see that maybe have like 25-30 centimeters of wall that is 1.2 meters deep, and that's gonna be the wall. I think it's fine, you know. I just need to add that floor inside, which will prevent this wall from caving like that. If I put the floor inside, then the floor will keep the wall straight, I think. But still, wish I just thought about this a bit. I should have done this side wider as well. Kind of late for that now, though. I think that's fine. Maybe a bit low, but about that much. I think it's a bit low, you know, if I want to park like Joseph there. I would think maybe like 30 for that guy, minimal. What do you guys think? Is 20 enough? I think it's fine. I forgot to buy the plastic things which go under the rebar. But you know, luckily I have a bunch of bricks here that well, they've been here for a while, so might seem like a waste, but well, it is, honestly. But it's still cheaper than driving 80 miles and wasting half the day. Whew. I guess my leg day workout is finished. Let's go eat some donuts. Yeah, I got a couple of pieces of, oh, let's just call them Soviet mesh, or maybe Soviet rebar. I just want to use it up. Figured it's not going to do anything harm, but it's probably not going to do anything useful as well. That takes care of the wire mesh. Get it? Wire mesh. Yeah, honestly, I think it's actually wired up pretty good. Got like multiple layers of mesh all over the place. Oh, and a couple of bed frames as well. You know, to be honest, I think that mesh will actually bind the concrete piece together pretty well. And there's like a lot of different wires going all over the place. So I think that's actually pretty good. And this is actually a pretty good way to recycle stuff like that. You know, it doesn't really weigh anything, so taking it to the scrapyard, you're only gonna get pennies. You know, just put the thing in concrete, it will serve a lot greater purpose in there. But you know, one more thing that I need to do before we can start boring, and I need to fit the lighthouses into this mess somehow. It's gonna be tight. What are the chances? I mean, nobody's that lucky. Nobody's that lucky. You know, that random post there, exactly the height that I need. And look at that. Oh, almost. That's pretty insane, honestly. Well, piss off then! What is this? Breaking leg day? Well, specimen. Look at that. I think this is gonna be pretty okay. Although we can't ignore the fact that this pad is gonna have more gold joints than there's holes in my pants. And boy, there are a lot of those. Yet I think it doesn't really matter. It should still serve my purposes just fine. Now I'm pretty sure that most of you are aware what gold joints are, but now for those who don't, then it's basically like a connection between cured concrete and freshly poured concrete. So if I put like fresh concrete against that, there's gonna be a gold joint between the two, and that joint is basically garbage. It doesn't really bond very well, but you know, that's why I have rebar there. The rebar will help to bond it a little bit better, and that's why I installed those bolts down there. Anyway, I think next up is the pouring part again, and I think I'm just gonna do like a quick time lapse about this whole section. I mean, you guys already saw how I did that part, so how many cuts can I make, right? I'm gonna wait another night, and then tomorrow morning I'm gonna try to commence operations. Hopefully it doesn't rain. But basically my plan is that maybe I can put the super platform over there on top of the part which I already finished, and then with the longer chute, one by one, I can just kind of finish these sections. So currently that's my plan, but maybe something will change. For you guys though, it should be pretty straightforward. So see you in several minutes, I guess.
What the hell is this? Holy man. Holy man. Might as well finish. Always out of ammo. Freaking hell. I need a bigger vodka. Am I dead yet? Oh man, look at that mess. It's like 1 a.m. somewhere over there. And as fancy as mixing cement. But then let's continue. This is very fun. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate in the comment section because the mix is too wet. But dude, at this point I don't give 2 rats ass because I'm almost finished. I really like that sand, honestly. It requires so much water in order to mix properly. Plus, it's quicksand, basically. If you step in it, you're stuck in it. And you know, if you let it sit for like, I don't know, 5 minutes, it turns into clay. It's so hard to work with this stuff.
on, baby. Time to go home. Okay, well. Guess we're kinda done. Just when I was starting to like this stuff, it ends. But guys, I'm gonna go before Super Sister calls the nut house on me. Because this is not normal. No. Obviously it's too wet. Yeah. Look at that. What a mess. Can't believe it's finally finished. Holy hell. By the way, guys, I don't know why, but during the morning time, I can't be bothered to do anything. I'm just so tired, so fatigued. But yesterday when I was pulling an all-nighter, I had all the energy in the world. I just could have kept going. Maybe we should just skip the morning time, No, never stop working. Work throughout the night, keep going in the morning, afternoon, daytime, nighttime again. Just keep working forever. Then you will never hit that fatigue phase. What do you think? I mean, I'm no medical engineer, so I don't know why this happens during the morning time, but... Oh yeah, we're, by the way, finished. So I'm actually super happy that I managed to wrap this project up. Well, actually, it's not finished yet, but I would say like most of it is at this point. Still have to finish the canal, but that's not that big of a deal. I think overall it came out pretty good. Plus my vision for this area is starting to take shape. I mean, just last year, if you guys remember, we started working on the sawmill shed. I think it was about the same time. So maybe like 12 months ago, we started pouring the sawmill shed bed over there. So we had nothing here before, just a bunch of crap. But now, a year later, things are really nicely starting to take shape. We can actually use this area for something useful, other than nothing. I mean, the side of the bed which we poured at the start of the year, this thing has been super useful throughout the summer. I've done a lot of work on it. I mean, I've done a lot of projects on the bed, and yeah, it's been very useful to me. The only sucky thing is that we don't have a roof here, and working in rain still kind of sucks, but it's a lot better than working in dirt, that's for sure. Plus the grease pit. Yeah, I never really planned to install this here, but we figured out in the last episode that this is probably the best option for it out of any option that I have. Maybe in the future that maybe we'll install some type of a roof structure up here. This could be a really good workshop area, right? About this project though, I'm basically gonna wrap it up pretty soon. I'm gonna try to finish this project in the next video. Basically we only have like the grease pit to finish up, We need the floor down there as well, plus some electricity work, some water drainage work, and we need to cover up the thing as well. So that will be done in the next video, but you know what? I think we should do some math, some complex calculations. I mean, was this all worth it? Did we actually save some money? Let's do some math. Okay, so we need to, I'm gonna quickly like calculate the volume, which I made with my little mixer over there. So that's about okay, so we have a number there. That number is apparently 60, and that means we made about 60 tons of material. Now, I'm not gonna call it concrete because that's not concrete. It's more like 60 tons of material. Take it or leave it, buddy. So we made 60 tons of material, and to get cubic meters out of that 60 tons, we need to divide that number by 2.4. That's 25 cubic meters. So concrete weighs quite a bit. 2.4 tons per cubic meter. It's a very dense type of material. And if we want to get like how many concrete trucks we would need in order to get the same amount, we would need to divide that number by 6. So 6 is the number which the local concrete trucks can normally carry. I've heard that they can go more, about 7.5, but then they're like breaking some weight limits or something. So let's go with 6. 25 divided by 6, we have 4.1 concrete trucks. Well, actually, let's just kind of summarize it up to 4. So we would need at least 4 concrete trucks to fill whatever I just filled. Now this is just the delivery. They will drive here. They will probably park somewhere here, and then they will empty their load into the Bobcat's bucket, and I would need to tip it over somewhere over there, because that's the normal truck. Now if I want to get like a pump truck which will pump the concrete somewhere higher or further away, then that's a bit more expensive. Let's just keep that in mind. Let's go with the normal truck. And one truck delivered here, the cost of the material, transport, taxes, fees, whatnot, I think it was about 1180 euros. That's for one truck. So we need 4 trucks and 1.18 something, like 4.5 grand. So 4.5 grand, that's what we need to pay in order to have the same amount delivered. And this is just the concrete, guys. The same amount I made. I did not account for the stupid rocks that I put inside the mix. Now, if we deleted all that, the volume would be, I don't know, like 2 times bigger. But we're not gonna count that. Now, how much did I spend? I still have a little bit of cement left over there, so but let's just kind of account those as well. 50 plus 200. So I spent $700 on cement plus 4 loads of sand. That's 150 plus 150, but I still have, it looks like I still have about a load left, so we can do minus 75. One load is $75, and we have that number. 9, 2, and 5. So that's out of pocket what I paid for cement. This includes the wire mesh as well, by the way. So let's just kind of round it up to about $1,000. So I spent, on this entire bed, I spent $1,000 out of pocket. Formwork, material, I had that, didn't need to buy that. Screws, courtesy of Santa Claus, and everything else I had to buy. $1,000 out of pocket for this pad. I think that's pretty good. You know, I basically saved like 3.5 grand. Oh, and it took me, I think, about a week. Now the boring job itself, it was about 4 or 5 days, but week if we include all the other work as well. So I think it was totally worth it, and I will probably continue mixing up cement the way I am. in the future as well. You know, that setup actually works pretty good. I really like that platform, plus the chutes and stuff, which help me to get the concrete a bit further from the mixer. It just helps a lot. Although I would note out that that setup would work best with 2 people. Then I would say the efficiency would go up like 30%. It would be a lot faster. Mostly it takes a lot of time just to reload the cement and sand. The mixing part is not that long. That actually is pretty fast. Emptying the barrel, same. But 2 people for that setup would be actually pretty good. Now, the one sucky thing is that I'm kind of lazy when it comes to cleaning. So with time and continuous work, the platforms and chutes and everything kind of build up with set stuff. And then it will just kind of get stupidly heavy and I won't be able to move anything anymore. So that's like a negative on my side, which I should be able to improve, but I don't know. I probably won't do that because I'm lazy. That pop crap is worth its money in gold. Oh, what? I didn't even lift that before. Dude, look at that. It almost looks like art. Holy hell. Maybe I should name it and sell it at the art museum. Best way to evade taxes. Now that would be the lazy part of me, by the way. A very good example why I shouldn't own any heavy equipment. But that's just a toy. No guys, that's just a toy. So guys, anyone want to buy some paper bags? I'm gonna make you a sweet deal. Ooh, that red oak looks pretty good. Look at this guy. Red oak. Look at the standard one right over here. I think that looks a lot cooler. You're boring, guy. Take note. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap this one up now. I don't have anything left to add. Plus, we'll get at least one more video out of this project anyway. No, actually, just yesterday I ordered up some steel for the pit situation, so I'm gonna go pick that up in a couple of days. Then we can proceed. Right now, though, I'm gonna go. Goodbye, and see you in the next one. I hope. Honestly, I can't wait for the moment until everything's finished and I get to drive the Giravette here while putting the camera down there somewhere, pointing it up. I think that's gonna be really cool. So I'm really, really, really looking forward to that. I'm guessing you guys are as well. So, gonna get back to work.